Back with the Triumph, the side panels and the tank were given the final coat of black. The side panels will be rubbed back and given a nice clear coat to make them nice, shiny and flat, and the tank will be rubbed back and given its red flashes and gold pinstripes. So here we are with the tank, rubbing back the surface, getting it nice and flat, trying to get rid of any orange peel that is left by the spray gun. So we have a nice flat surface to prepare for the red flashes on the side. For this I used 600 wet and dry, used wet. For the side panels I'm using a Scotch-Brite pad, just to see if it makes the job any easier. A friend suggested it. He does a lot of spraying, and so far the result seems very good. With the tank and the panels rubbed back, I took a little break just to bung the clock binnacle on the front. Gives me hands a rest for a few minutes. Then it was back to the tank, find any little imperfections that I missed the first time round, rub them out, and then start masking off. I think it's good to pause every now and then, just step back and have a look at what you're doing. And now on with the masking for the red flashes on the sides of the tank. As you can see here, I took a cardboard template of the original flash, just so that it would be easier to keep everything in alignment. I used the two badge holes as a location. And with that in place, I can now go around it with fine line. As you can see, I'm not sticking strictly to the template. It's more of a guide to keep the shape of the thing, but the curves and that I'm doing by eye. Also, of course, when you reverse the template, it's guaranteed to be exactly the same shape as the one on the other side. Although I was surprised to find that the holes for the badge didn't line up properly. I'm hoping this isn't a problem later. In the end, I positioned the template by eye. With the fine line in place it was backed up by ordinary masking tape. And then the unwanted areas masked off with newspapers. The trick here is to make sure that every little nook and cranny is sealed, only getting paint where you want it, because if there's a gap, the paint will find it. It can get a bit messy with tape everywhere. With the rest of the tank protected, I took it into the spray booth. The first coat is really just a dusting, just to get everything settled and give a sort of damp base for the paint to grab. And then it's a proper spray to give the finish that you require. With the red flash dry and rubbed back to give a dull finish or a flat finish, the gold pinstripe is next. Still not brave enough to use a brush. I'm using the vinyl pinstriping stuff. It was very hard to pull the very tight curves at the bottom of the flash, but if you take your time and work it and then apply a heat gun to nearly shrink it into place, it turned out okay. A good tip here is to use your fingers. That way you know you're not overheating the pinstripe. You can feel the heat in your fingers. If it's too hot to touch, then obviously you've overheated it. Any overlaps on the tape are trimmed back with a razor blade. The outer pinstripe just mirrored the red flash pinstripe. And again the heat gun to smooth everything out and make it look nice. There you are, not too shabby. I'll leave that for a few days to go nice and hard, wipe it down and clear coat it over the top. Thanks for watching.